Hey guys, welcome to GinkgoStory. My name is Roger, and I love to draw manga-style illustrations based on Chinese history. In this video, I want to show you the process of drawing these manga-style terracotta warriors. As you might know, terracotta warriors are the ancient sculptures resembling soldiers from the Qing dynasty. China was first united under Qing dynasty back in the 3rd century BC. The key to success was a well-organized and powerful army. I'm always impressed by this legendary army and wanted to draw the Qing soldiers on the battlefields in their full glories. However, the main inspirations for me to make this drawing was in fact a family letters written by two Qing soldiers more than 2,000 years ago. The letter is called 睡虎地请柬 in Chinese, which means Qing dynasty wouldn't sleep, excavated from a place called 睡虎地. The story of this family letter is pretty fascinating, which adds so much human emotion to these seemingly lifeless terracotta warriors. I will talk about this story later in this video. Okay, I'm just gonna show you the reference I used for this drawing. As you can see here, I got some really good reference photo of the terracotta warriors. I can see how the armor, clothing, weapons, and even the hairstyle of a Qing soldiers might have looked like. These reference material are crucial to my drawing, as I always wanted to reconstruct the authentic looks of these ancient warriors. And this one is the letter I'm talking about. It looks really cool. Okay, now I want to talk about the drawing itself. I am trying to picture a group of soldiers writing letters to their families. And the guy you see in the middle is the captain. He is the only person in the group that can read and write. In fact, not many people back in those days are literate, including most soldiers. So the rest of the group have to rely on the captains to convey their message to their families. And this brings me back to the ancient family letters I mentioned earlier. The letter was found in the Qing dynasty tomb belonged to a man called Zhong, and it's basically a piece of tin wood with some text written on it. The letters were sent by Zhong's two younger brothers, and their name is Jing and Heifu. These two brothers were being sent to the front line in the war against the Chu army around the years 223 BC. In these letters, the two brothers ask if their parents, sister, and wife are all being well. Almost half of the content are asking about their families, and not a single word about the harsh situations on the front lines. This actually shows how much they really miss their families. They also ask their family to send them summer clothes and money. This is really interesting, as it tells us that the Qing soldiers must have to provisioning their own supplies in this campaign. And there is a follow-up letters from the brothers as well, requesting more summer clothes and other supplies in a much urgent tone. Unfortunately, no one knows what happened to these brothers. Some believe they were killed in the war and never returned. And that's the reason why these letters are buried together with his eldest brothers. Well, to me, this is the kind of story that brings so much human emotions and values, and I hope that one day I can capture them in my drawings. I also hope that we can see the terracotta warriors as once humans, not just the grand statues they are famous today. Okay, next I will talk about the workflow. I make this drawing in a software called Clip Studio Paint EX, and I believe it's also known as Manga Studio before. So it's very similar to Photoshop and Paint to Side, and it's just my personal preference to use Clip Studio Paint. I use Tans watercolor brush for making the draft and outline, and use marker brush to paint the base color. This way I can get some soft outline and solid base color on the characters. Then I use the lasso tools to draw and fill in the additional colors. This is to emulate the anime style shading. Once I have done all the base color and shading, I will then add shadow or highlights by using the overlay and multiplies layers. So in general, I'm only using some very basic tools to make the drawing. The rest is come down to the idea and composition of the drawings. In terms of art style, I always wanted to make the character looks comical and approachable, but everything around them is relatively realistic and subtle. I think the contrast works really well for this kind of topic. Alright, I think that's all I want to tell you guys today. If you guys have any questions or suggestions, please leave them at the comment sections below. You may keep watching the video until the drawing is finished. And please give me a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Subscribe if you want to see more upcoming video as well. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.